Hi, my name's Heather, and welcome back to Ominous Aquatics. Today I'm going to be discussing my Oscar fish. His name's Voorhees. I'm just going to be going over general care for Oscar fish and then just some facts about my Oscar fish. So I actually got Voorhees at Petco. He was maybe a month old whenever I got him. Now he's about 3 months old. He's grown substantially, probably about 2 inches since I got him, which that's a fact about Oscars. They do grow very, very fast. Whenever I got him, I already had his tank established. I got him a 55-gallon tank that I actually bought secondhand off of Facebook Market. I got the tank plus accessories for the tank, which included a heater, a filter, and gravel, and big natural stones for only $140. So I went ahead and set up that tank, and I had it ready for him whenever I brought him home. I had no problems introducing him in the beginning. He never really hid or had any problems, which Oscars are very personable fish. They're very hardy fish, and they're just really, really easy to take care of if you take care of them properly. The biggest problem that I see with Oscar fish is that people get them while they're little, and they think that they're going to be little forever, but Oscar fish can grow up to 12 inches long. So whenever you get them, you need to go ahead and have a big tank ready for them because they're going to grow really, really fast. They can also end up being about 4 pounds at full size. My Oscar fish is incredibly, incredibly personable, and that is my favorite part about Oscar fish. Whenever I get home, Voorhees comes up to the tank, he wags his little fins at me. It's almost like he knows exactly who I am, which from what I've read online, Oscar fish can recognize you by your face and by your voice. They're incredibly smart. Oscar fish are one of the most common fish in the hobby. They're very easy to find. You can find them at any local pet store. But because of the fact that they're so common, they are also the most mistreated fish in the hobby. People get them thinking, oh my gosh, this fish is so cute. It starts to grow. They have nothing to do with it. It ends up back at a pet shop. And then once they get so big, it's just like a dog. Nobody wants a big, huge fish. Everybody wants to start off with a little fish and watch it grow. So for decor in my Oscar's tank, I have pebbles, mainly because he likes to play with the pebbles. He picks them up and moves them around. That's something that Oscars like to do. They like to redecorate their tank. They make it their own. I also have some really large natural stones in there that he can't move around. I have a low flow filter in there because of the fact that Oscars don't like high flow. They need low flow because they are originally from the Amazon. I also have a 200-watt heater in there. His tank needs to be kept anywhere between 74 and 81 degrees. He normally sits at about 74, 75, and he enjoys that just fine. I also have bubblers in his tank, which is not a suggestion that I read, but because of the fact that he's so smart, I wanted to give him something to play with and also something that's aesthetically pleasing. He loves to play in his bubbles. He swims in and out of them, and also they just look really cool. So to cover some basic facts about Oscars, they are an aggressive cichlid. Whenever it comes to tank mates for an Oscar, that's a really hard thing to get. Because of the fact that they are so aggressive, they don't get along with very many fish. With my Oscar in particular, he is a huge brat, and he would not get along with any fish. I have one other fish in his tank. It is a Plecostomus, a green phantom, and because of the fact that my Plecostomus hides so much, they get along just fine because he's not in my Oscar's face. Now, if I was to put another fish in there, my Oscar would tear him apart because my Oscar is an incredibly aggressive feeder, and he's just an aggressive fish in general. Oscars are really smart, like I said, and they're known as the puppy dog of the fish breed. You can make a very special bond with your Oscar. And like I said before, me and my Oscar, that's my best friend, and unbeknownst to my other fish, he is my absolute favorite fish. Oscars enjoy a varied diet, and whenever I say varied, I mean all different types of foods. So you can give them cichlid flakes, you can give them cichlid pellets, you can give them bloodworms, they like worms, they like crickets. I personally give my Oscar 3 meals a day, and each meal I give him something different. Because just like humans, we don't want to eat the same thing every time. Our Oscars don't want to eat the same thing every time. I know that there is some controversy about feeding them live food. I know some people feed live goldfish to Oscars, but from some of the information that I've read, you are not supposed to do that because it can give them disease. And also, they are very high in beta carotene. which is not good. It's really fatty, and it's not giving them the nutrients that they really need. But I will leave that up to your discretion. That's your choice whether you want to feed them live food or not. So basically, that's all I have to say about Oscar fish. That's just the few facts that I know that I've learned from reading and doing some research. I also want to reiterate that you should definitely do research before you get any fish. You need to make sure that you know your facts, know how big the fish is going to get, what they need, and how to make them have the best life possible. Like I said, my Oscar's in a 55-gallon tank. But within the next few months, I'm going to have to get a 75, and that's just the way that it is. He's got to have room to grow. He's got to have room to swim and to be a happy fish. So if you cannot have the room to be able to house a tank that is that big, then an Oscar fish is just not for you. Also, I wanted to thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I hope that you have a great day.